Hello friends, Bigstupidgrin here, back with another video of Oxygen Not Included. And in our last video we finished off our research, so I'm going to go ahead and start deconstructing all of our research items, and we're going to deconstruct this grill, and we're going to kind of reconfigure this room as we need it. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this on bristleberries. Do that. So we're still cooking. What I intend to do is add a sink on both sides of this room, and that way everybody's hands will be nice and clean when they're working on this in this area. Also, we are I'm going to deconstruct this as well, because I'd like to put an exosuit forge and in its place and start working on that. We need to unlock this, because that's the only way we can get to the coal generators in our current configuration. Anything else? We're thinking about putting some docks here as well, because this would be a good place to start a bomb lily farm. So you can just dig down here, or dig here, something like that. Also, I'm thinking about copying this setup over here and get totally off of algae. We have a ton of algae, so that's not the issue. I just want to get it done while I can. We also have a couple of job masteries, which we're going to deal with. Let's just click off of these things. And we have Trivaldo is now a full-fledged gopher. Lindsay Turner could go to Exosuit Engineers, but I'm still scared of that morale expectation. So let's see, what does Lindsay do? She's the researcher. I don't want to move her up in that. Could move her to the tidy position, I suppose. So let's see who we got here. Lindsay and Turner. Turner's about to do some more engineering, but I don't think I need him in that job to do that necessarily. So we're just still plugging away at the low morale jobs until we improve some things. Stinky, have you finished your path up here? You haven't. Okay. So now that that's been taken care of, let's go ahead and build a forge right here. And we can just plug it in like that to be a little lazy. We have 33 reed fibers, so we can make this happen pretty easily. I'm going to go ahead and build the docks as well. We got a lot of idle people, or fairly often we're getting these idle messages, which is a little annoying. I need to make sure dupes have more stuff to do, and we're actually running out of storage, and that's why. We have a too high tile here that we're not really using for much, so I will just spam some storage there, and they'll be able to do something with that. We also have a big running out of food storage as well, which is okay, but we can solve that by building another food ration box down here. And in case you didn't know, food is sterile when it's submerged, or when it's surrounded by carbon dioxide like this, so food won't go bad. So we'll just go edibles, I guess. Cooking ingredients, yeah, I don't want to put that in there. Priority 5, let's check the priorities on our fridges. Okay, those are actually really high, so that's fine. And then we're going to copy paste unless we need something else. I'm going to put fine metal and all of the seeds. Copy and paste here and paste here. And so getting that stuff done, this is ready. We can create a whole bunch of ammo suits, so we'll just queue up all of those, put it at a priority 8, get that started, and let's sweep up around here too. So we got that. Let's go ahead and keep going, upgrading our kitchen. So I'm going to build a couple of sinks here. And just for, excuse me. just for aesthetic purposes, we're going to build a door and everything like that. It doesn't really matter. In fact, we can open that up. Just because I can, basically. We got a circuit overload. Oh, this is hooked up to too many things. What happened here? We need to deconstruct this power wire. I think that's the problem. And unfortunately, they're off to bed. I could see if I could get lucky with the red alert here. Okay. That should be a lot better. Yeah, 750. 1920. Seems to be okay. If it breaks, we'll have to upgrade this wire too. And we've got a mastered gopher, so we can get Camille over here to the courier job. And do I have somebody with an operate preference? I have a couple, so this should be going. Let's see if we can get this on screen. Oh, popped eardrums. Sorry about that, Lindsay. Let's check out the pressure here. It is... no, it's hard to tell here. Like 5 kilograms versus... Yeah, that's a big drop in pressure, unfortunately. Not too much we can do about it. Going from here is okay. Going from here to here is going to hurt them. It's just a stress debuff, which we're doing okay with, so it's not a big deal. As you can see, you don't really do anything. The dupes don't do anything when we're making the suits. They just look away. Get some water in me. Beginning of the day, so I'm kind of still getting the phlegm out of my mouth. Let's go ahead and hook this up, and then hook that up. Get our outtake like this. Then let's see what's the easiest way to hook up to the to this pipe. Probably down. Let's go build a bridge here. And just like that. And then hopefully that'll prevent any food poisoning that could possibly happen. Not that I think that's likely. I think that's just, you know, prevention. Nothing wrong with some prevention. We can go ahead and get a sculpting block going. And then we need to add another grill. And I'll reconfigure these paintings as well. Lindsay having a narcoleptic nap, that's not okay. Everybody's a big fan of the new sculpting block, apparently. Let's go into food, get another grill going here. Go iron ore. Starting to run out of iron ore. I'll have to get some more digs set up here. We're probably going to deconstruct some power wires here, because I want it to be hooked up to this particular circuit. And this needs to be a 9 because our fridge is unplugged right now. And keep a little bit more sweeps. But we're at downtime. The food can stand to be a little bit, be unrefrigerated for a little bit. Let's check out our heat. We've got, these places are definitely heating up. It's because I built so close to this caustic biome, which is the name of the purple biome. I just relearned that. Circuit overloaded. Okay, so we are going to need to upgrade this wire. That's okay. Let's go ahead and get that queued up here. Alright. That should fix that. Anyway, we need to get off of algae, like I said in the beginning of the video. That means we're going to need to looking at our ventilation here, it's sending a decent amount of packets, but we are going to hook these stations up here, the docks, as well as these docks. So I'm going to put another vent right here and see how that works for us. Deconstruct all, please. Cancel the power line. Let's see, I don't think this is, yeah, that's not going anywhere, so deconstruct this as well. Do it now. Deconstruct, please. And we'll put another gas pump right here. Now we may need another electrolyzer. That I'm not sure of yet. But for the moment, I'm just gonna have 2 pumps. And then let's check out our power usage here. This circuit has 745. This has 600. So I will go ahead and throw it to the 600 circuit here, like so. Then we're going to need a place for this to go out, which I'm just going to throw it right here. And then we're going to need to build some more ventilation pipe here. Throw it down here and throw it here. And then as the gas rises, it will go past the Weezeworts. And hopefully that's good enough. There's other, if it doesn't look like it's going to work out well, there's other things we can try. And we have a lot of cold biomes to go that we haven't explored yet, so I'm not too worried about that. We should keep doing these. I could go continuous, to be honest. It wouldn't be a big deal. I just gotta remember to check how many suits we have. We have a lot, actually, so I'm gonna go priority 9. I'm gonna start delivering these exosuits. Now we're gonna have to worry about power for these guys. They take a little bit of power to recharge. It's kind of like the door. They don't use power all of the time, but when they do, we will hopefully not run into any problems with that. And looks like this is already going, so we can I'm just gonna deconstruct this. Let's see. Yeah, we already got packets being sent. Now the question is one electrolyzer enough to support this system? And we'll have to see. Also, our polluted water, I'm not sure where we started, but we have plenty left. If we need more, we can either like build a pump here to do that. Another thing we could do is make our own polluted water using something like an algae distiller right here, where you distill algae out of slime and it gives you polluted water as a side effect. So that's an option, but looks like we're doing okay with polluted water. I'm not super worried about it. Also, I think natural gas power generation makes polluted water, if I remember correctly. Wow, we're almost already full of food here. We are making too much food. That's just a fact. But I don't necessarily want to stop. I don't know. New dupe, looking for someone who can build and with good athletics and strength. None of these people fit the bill. It'd be nice to get a 10th dupe, but it's not a big deal. I'm not holding back on getting a dupe, but it's just something to think about, I suppose. Okay, next thing we need to do is hook up this ventilation here. Not an expert with the with how you need to put the gas up here. It can be finicky at times, so hopefully that's okay. Get our iron ore. Then I'm not sure which circuit I want to go on here. We've got, well, any circuit that I put this on is probably going to be overloaded. We can make another power transformer and just hook up everything down here. How's this going? I could put a transformer, let's see, go into power here. I throw a small one in here. I certainly can. And we'll hook that up to, actually I think that might be in the wrong spot. You want to go power to batteries and then to your transformers. So let's find a place where a transformer would be good. Let's build some tiles here. And then we'll deconstruct the ladder. And build another transformer here, and that'll send power to all of the stations. And another narcoleptic nap. Being kind of mean waking them up from that, I suppose. It's not their problem, or not their fault that they're printed that way, I suppose. Throw one more dock in here and start delivering. We got some downtime coming up. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do here is build an apothecary, so that we can start building some vitamin chews. And hopefully that will solve a few things. We haven't gotten... Dupe hasn't gotten sick yet, but someone like Stinky with terrible immune system, I would worry if he got into a slime biome that he would just immediately get sick, so I would like to boost those up before I do anything more seriously here. Let's check oxygen. We got some blue spots for a little bit here. I'm not incredibly happy about that, so I don't know if we don't have enough oxygen coming up. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it's getting kind of low here. Probably because I put in those docks. And the docks will have to go here as well. So I think I'll probably have to make another electrolyzer to power everything on. In an emergency, we can run an algae deoxidizer since we have a lot of that. But oh, this is getting a little less blue and more into the teal of very breathable. So it's just that they all sleep here, and it's at the top of the base where the oxygen's at the bottom going on its way top. So maybe it'll be okay. I can always let it run a few cycles and be fine. We're probably done building these for the moment. Get that all in, and we just need to hook up another power transformer, and we should be ready to go. Let's see, might have to make a replacement ladder system here like this so they can get to the coal plant. Need to stop pausing. Okay, there we go. Heavy wire here. Oh, can we do that? Let's see. Should be able to connect these systems up. Let's see. Wonder what's wrong with this. Doesn't let me click on it. Let me see. It's not blocked by anything. You can go through transformers to get to other transformers. Let me deconstruct this and see if I can run this through here. Should be able to. And then I'll just build it over its place. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't think it's the ladder. Let's deconstruct the ladder and see if that's what's blocking things. Downtime. I don't want downtime. Okay. Now we can do downtime. Huh, that was really weird. We're not going to need quite that much power. I had to click and drag from the right instead of the left. It's kind of buggy. And we can hook up our transformer there finally. And we're going to have to find a path for our wire to get to here. Guess we're going to have to, that's going to open up a hydrogen plant or hydrogen area. Can we hook it up like around? Kind of. Let's see. If I went like this, you have to break this tile. Actually, we might as well just, in that case, turn this into tiles here. Then we can put our wire here and look a little less ridiculous. Then we will just feed this stuff like so. That can be tile. We power the door. I'm sure that's not too bad. And we'll just go around here. Let's see. We'll build it on the bottom of this. Get a wire bridge. And hook it up like so. Okay. That should be okay, I think. It's gonna look nasty as far as the potential watts drawn, but I'm counting on it not, always being that way. We're gonna upgrade this door too to a what are these mechanized airlocks? Yeah, that's what they are, and I want this built now. Although we don't have a lot of stuff for the dupes to do, so as you can see, they're kind of automatically going to this. And gas pipe is ready. We just need a checkpoint. So let's go ahead and build a checkpoint here. Test the system out. It says no power. Let's see. Oh, because they haven't built here. Unreachable build. Is this? It's automatic. Oh, default. They need to be able to get through here. Then we can test this system out. Yeah, we do have a place for an electrolyzer, so if needed. Let's check out our packets of oxygen. I mean, this pump is showing a lot of oxygen, so as is this one, so I think we're okay. Anyway, this should be, we gotta tile this up or else the wart will not work. Make it fancy abyssal here. Okay, so this should be ready to go. What do I want to do first in this area? We could build a ladder up to, oh, actually, let's check out this geyser. We haven't done that yet. I'm going to go ahead and build a ladder like this. Then we'll dig up to here and make a couple of airlocks. Actually, we'll make the expensive ones. Okay, mechanized airlocks. And tile that over. And tile it like this. So I'm not sure what that's going to be, and I don't want it to be, I don't want to get in trouble, spewing a gas we don't want out in here. But let's see if they'll go do that job. It is downtime, so, but yeah, they're able to walk here because it's a white crosshair and not a red one, so they should be able to get that job done or worked on We're going to need a dock here. Let's go ahead and build that. Or not a dock, a checkpoint rather. This can be a 6. I don't need it to be a 9. And then we can start configuring our bomb lily area. Now, the cool part about bomb lilies is that all it needs is chlorine. You don't need to deliver any fertilizer. It doesn't need to be irrigated. All you need is chlorine. So the trick with this setup is that we're going to need to keep the chlorine in one space and not throw a bunch of carbon dioxide in here. And we could make since we have carbon dioxide, we can make like a gas lock, which I haven't done too much of. But I'm going to go ahead and start planning this out. We can use igneous rock, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, because I think I want to dig this place out because it's as close as okay. Believe that's what a basic carbon dioxide lock looks like. Build something like this, and gas shouldn't move past the carbon dioxide if I did this correctly. If I didn't, well, that'll be fun. New duplicates. Let's see who we have. Ooh, 3 athletics, 2 strength. Flatulent says no, no, no. Never mind. Bonnie there would have been great if she wasn't flatulent. I think it wouldn't be a terrible idea to dig out some more space here for carbon dioxide to sink down. And we can mess around with some more ice blocks as well. We also have a geyser up here, which if you're an expert at this game, you're probably yelling at the screen why I haven't done anything with the cool steam vent yet. We will get started on that eventually, I promise. Let's see, they're not using the suits, which means they can get... Yeah, let's start restricting their access here. That should be good enough. And there. She puts on the suit. She becomes incredibly slow, and she goes about her day. So yeah, an atmosuit is a -5 buff to athletics, the same as anemic. So you're gonna see a lot of slow dupes, which is fine. The end of the job tree has the exosuit engineers, which takes care of that. But again, morale, worried about changing it. Would rather have them run slow and not have to use massage tables constantly. That's my preference. We should also think, so let's see, we got this basically built. Let's dig this out and see what it is. Oh, we got downtime again. Cycles are flying by now, apparently. Another thing, so I have a lot of projects that I want to get accomplished in this this playthrough. I'd like to get a pacu fish farm, and I want to do that so I can get a bunch of omelets, and they take algae. So that's one benefit of going off of algae. It looks like we're not getting enough, though. We're going to have to make another electrolyzer. Let's get things checked. Also, I'd like to remove some of this carbon dioxide. So let's go here, I suppose. Throw a carbon skimmer. It's going to need to be plumbed, not by the good water, by the reused water. Fortunately, we're pretty close, so go up here, another liquid bridge. And then we just need to find power for it. I won't be running this too long. You can probably get away with running it for like a couple of cycles. It'll be fine. So that'll be tomorrow's project. It's going to be fixing the carbon dioxide. We also are going to need another electrolyzer, it looks like. So I'm going to have to deconstruct some ladders here. Just the buildings. So let's see. Looking into ventilation. Part of it is that the pipes are kind of stuck. I wonder if just because I'm not using enough pipes. I don't know, maybe we don't need another. What if we did this? Built a second gas filter. This might not work at all. Throw that there instead. Although we're kind of running out of room here, so let's see. Cancel, please. I could throw a gas filter outside of the system. Let's see, gas filter. Maybe right below it. Where can I fit you? Okay, I guess here. Then we can throw that there, put that here. Problem is I'm gonna need, can I fit this with a gas bridge? Yeah, it looks like I can. So what I'm thinking is to build piping that will bypass the exosuits and then just go here. Like that. And we're going to need to snip a couple of these gas pipes. Because it looks like they're getting stuck on the... There's plenty of oxygen, it's just getting stuck here. So I'll let them get this done. I'm going to need power for the new gas bridge. Oh, it's just selected right there. Okay, then we need to snip this gas pipe. If people would be so kind to do that for me. Okay. Now we are hooked up through here. Then we're going to need to snip this gas pipe. Happy Cycle 100, by the way. Still sort of early game, sort of, I guess. Depends on your definition of that. Then we'll hook it up around here. Then once that's hooked up, we'll get this turned on and see how it works. Okay. Then this needs to be selected as oxygen. And let's see if what I did helps at all. Oh, so all of this is just hooked up to these Atmos suits, which means... Okay, this is going to go here. And this will go here and here. We'll wait a couple of cycles. It still doesn't look great. How's this doing? It needs water. I think I put this bridge in backwards, didn't I? Yeah, because this is intake. Okay. Liquid bridge deconstruct. It's not a game of Oni unless you do run something backwards. Okay, that should work a lot better. Because we have a bit too much carbon dioxide at the moment, and I have a pretty giant well of carbon dioxide, so So I don't think it's that. But let's see. This will take the carbon dioxide off. The other thing I could do is a system just for the Atmos suits that aren't supposed to also give oxygen to the entire base. That's an option. We got a couple of days until this is going to turn sour for us. But this is going to take a lot of the carbon out of the air, which is good. Generally, I only build these until later in the game when we need to bring the overall carbon dioxide down. Usually in the early game, you can just keep on digging and digging. Oh, nobody looked at this. I wonder why. Oh, because they can't dig that out. Oh, never mind. What do we have? Oh, we have a neural vacillator. The easiest way to get to our neural vacillator. Probably like this. I'm going to pause it because we actually have some time-specific issues. Okay, I think I have an idea. I could make a third oxygen place for all of these. For all of these docks, and what I could do is actually use the algae we have, but we're going to need to ventilate it all differently. Let me see. I'm going to build a room here, I think. Doesn't need to be a big room. Actually, might be too small. Let's see. Gonna use algae again, but in this case, we're gonna make it a pump, and we might break some of these a little bit, and because it's gonna pump out stuff that isn't all oxygen. If you pump a gas that's not supposed to be in a system, then you get that kind of problem. Okay, I'm kind of spazzing out here. Need to make sure we don't build ourselves into a stuck here. Okay, that's okay. Actually, what I could do is start to make some switches. So let's see if I can find a signal switch. That's what I need. I think I just need a normal, yeah, a switch right here. We can throw that there. And it'll connect to, well, even if I did that, the dupes will have to keep feeding this algae deoxidizer, so that doesn't really work. We have job mastery, courier job. Okay, Marie, what does she do? She's a farmer, and I assume, yeah, she's all the way up there, so she can be a tidier. I could just build a filter. That's probably going to be the easiest thing to do, is build another gas filter, even though it's more power, but it's sometimes you have to do it. I'm going to build it, I guess, here. And hook this up with pipe down here. Then what we'll do with this is hook it up here and then snip that. Then we could throw the gas over here if we wanted to, but I think we can just get away with throwing it here. And then this needs to get hooked up to something. Let's see, we're quickly running out of, using a ton of power. Let's see, 750, that'd be too much. But we have an apothecary, so that's not really 750. And we could throw the apothecary somewhere else. On a different circuit, I mean. So let's go to power, just deconstruct this line for now. We can throw the apothecary anywhere we want. And then we're going to need to build power connecting to here, I think. I think there will be an episode where I clean up all those wires. For now, I don't really care. In fact, let's go ahead and build some sculpting blocks since we can. Just for the heck of it. That is not nearly as important as everything else, though. Okay, oxygen's going down. Still, this needs to be a priority 9, I think. But we got downtime again. How about carbon dioxide? It's starting to go down a little bit, I think. Let's see. The air pressure is pretty low, so yeah, this is doing its job. I'll let it run for a few more cycles. But let's see the ventilation here. We're getting a lot of packets, so that's good. Once we grab another source, this source for our suits, we can let this go down here. In fact, let's go ahead and set this up a bit. We can do this, I guess. Maybe snip here. And that'll give the gas kind of a balanced, more balanced tasks here, workload, I guess. I'd like to build a tile room, or tile. It's over, make it look a little less ugly. Okay, then we need to snip here. See if that helps at all. Alright. That might help. This is working. Alright. Means we need to snip. Let's see, this needs to get hooked up with power first. Something like that. And then we'll do some deconstructing and see if we're ready to go. The only problem with this is they're going to need to have a suit to deliver the algae, but I think we'll be okay. New duplicates. Let's see. Athletic strength, construction, no. Just athletics. Meep is pretty good with the strength, but I don't know. I'm being cheesy. Okay, now we can go oxygen. And we can deconstruct this pipe. Okay. So now we can see if we have enough oxygen. We also have some idle people, so we should probably figure out what to do with that. Hello, what do we have? Hydrogen vent. Interesting. Do I want a tenured scientist on the job? I think I do. Which means we're going to throw Lindsay in here, which means we're going to need to really work on her morale. It's only 18, which is not great. She's just going to get stressed out now. If it's just one person, we can deal with it. I want to make sure her diet is the best that she can get here. So turn off of those early game items, force her to eat omelets or gristleberries. Speaking of omelets, probably have some hatchling eggs. No, we don't. Yeah, we haven't got any eggs to cook, unfortunately. Okay, so this is working fine. A lot of oxygen going there. Not a lot of oxygen going here. So let's... easiest thing to do would be to provide this with oxygen from the algae room and let that work on the suits. So let's deconstruct the gas pipe here, and then let's see if we can hook it up to like so. Nope, not like that. There's going to be some places where they can't build, so I'm going to need to build some ladders. Can we build here? No, we can't. Okay. Going to need some temporary scaffolding-like things. That should do the trick. You have job mastery, courier job. Very good. Lyra, what do you usually do? You are... researcher. No, you're just a runner or a supply person, so we can throw her down here to the tidy job. And yep, she's going to work on this hydrogen vent. You can see how much hydrogen it produces, and we can use that for power or to just put hydrogen where we need to. Like eventually I want to make a pinch of pepper nut farm. After we get settled with our oxygen here, then I'll concentrate on that. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. We need to build this. Dig out here. We've got downtime, however. That's fine. Then hopefully we'll get the boombox going. Or play some, there we go, play some arcade games. Once this game's done, which I'm sure isn't for a while, I hope somebody mods in like custom music and a custom game like screens there, custom art. There's so much modding opportunities for this game. I think it would be really cool. But anyway, looking at the ventilation here. So we're still on algae, but less algae, which isn't ideal, but it'll be okay. Means we can use our algae distillers eventually and refill this water, which I should be tracking how fast we're using this water. I don't think it goes super fast, but still I don't want to be surprised by this happening. Anyway, oxygen... still doesn't look great. Ventilation. We're powering this up, powering that stuff up. Yeah, we're going to need another electrolyzer, I think, which we just built. We just blocked off with this gas pipe, or gas filter, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and take a look here. I don't want to build another room for this. I think we're going to need to temporarily go back on algae for a second while I figure this stuff out. And algae back here. Yeah. It's a bit unfortunate, but I'm going to have to figure some things out, actually. Well, I still want to build it here, which means we can just deconstruct this one. I don't think it's because I need a carbon, carbon whatever skimmer. Actually, it looks like we can turn that off now. We will pump in some more oxygen, make sure our duplicates don't suffocate, and we're going to fix this system. I don't know if I want to do that offline or if I want to just start doing that now. Let's deconstruct a few things here. Deconstruct these buildings. Okay, then we need... Might as well probably deconstruct the gas pipes too. And then we'll figure out how we want to do this. If we need another gas filter, I suppose I could deconstruct this ladder and do it that way. But let's go ahead and build the electrolyzer down here. And we need to connect that to our water. And power. It's already hooked up to power here. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to put a gas filter here instead. Unless I have room for a gas filter here. Yeah, that should actually work. So I'll throw the gas pipe like this. This goes here. This goes here for the moment. And cancel that deconstruct order. It's going to be 8s, I suppose. But we've got more downtime here. Oxygen still a little bit on the low side. We've got decent airflow, so I don't think it's that. I don't think that's the issue. Let's see. We're not at max air pressure, gas pressure, whatever. Do we have any eggs? Nobody's laying eggs. Reproduction, 22%. It's because they're overcrowded. Maybe in the future we'll build another hatchery, but for now I don't really care. Coal's okay, so we don't need a ton of hatches. And, yep, Lindsay is going to be stressed out. That is kind of unavoidable now that we're going to start looking for to start looking at geysers. You have to be at the upper level. This is almost done, which is nice. Is it done? It's not done yet. What are you doing? Oh, she is going to the massage table. That's fine. It doesn't need to be done today. Let's see the pipes here. Okay, this is all hooked up. This should be hooked up. Why is the pipe blocked? What did I do wrong? Okay, pumps into the intake. We have the outtake. We have this. Is something... What is wrong with this picture? Is this pipe not hooked up to anything? Well, it's definitely hooked up to something. It's got power. Oh, this is an event. This is another gas thing. That's the problem. Let's see. Yeah, this needs to have just a vent here. I don't know if that's reachable or not. Apparently it is. Okay, gas vent right here. Then I think we can just hook up both of these like that. See if that works or not. %, stress. You know, you see why I didn't change the jobs. But not much I can do about it now. At least she's getting de-stressed here. Although change is -7% a cycle while on the massage table. That is ridiculous. Oh, she also has low oxygen, which is -10% per cycle. So that, okay, that's not quite as bad. All right, this is working now. Okay. So we need. Looks like we need more here. What's this hooked up to right now? It's hooked up to there. All this is doing is hooked up to that. I'm going to try to hook that up again. We got somebody's idle. Can't build that? Oh, he's building that. Yeah, this is backed up and not really working. Fun with gas ventilation. Let's see. Let's just look at what's getting sent the most. This looks to be fine. And because it's getting oxygen here, which is also getting sent down here. This isn't working for some reason. Do I need to throw the pipe at the end like that, then deconstruct all of this, see if that works, I guess. Let's see if it looks better here. It doesn't. So this is all blocked up for some reason. I could try. We can try something like this, I suppose. And then snip here. Make the gas go in a direction. We got downtime right now, so we'll have to do it in cycle 105. Unpermitted food. Yeah, Lindsay here. Oh, she's still on the bikes or the table, so hopefully she won't starve because I didn't say no bad food for her. But yeah, she's just gonna stay on the table until it's time to go to bed. Yeah, I guess she's gonna have to eat something bad here. Fortunately, she's an ugly crier, which is a useless or a non-negative stress reaction. It doesn't hurt all that much. But hopefully this works. It'll make the gas go in one direction and then go out here. But let's see how that goes. Okay, this is snipped. Now we go into ventilation and we rebuild this like that. Let's see if that works better. Okay. It is still locked for some reason. It's going the wrong direction too. Checking our oxygen, it's getting a little bit better with the addition of the algae deoxidizers. Checking the rest of this. See, this thing's allowed to go in 2 different directions, so I don't know why this is all screwed up. I don't get it. You'll probably know better than me in the comments, but we're gonna do one more thing here. It's gonna break all of these. I'm gonna try one more little solution, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, gas pipe. We need to deconstruct this guy. See if they'll get that done for us. And build this like this. And I might just deconstruct this dock here. I don't necessarily need 6 people out there at a time. We don't have that many duplicates. Okay. Then deconstruct this excess here. Okay, then put the pipe like this. And hope that works. Just gonna let it run for a second. And see, it's stopping. I don't know why it's stopping. We could... Okay, we could build... Like we have an algae deoxidizer here. That could, in theory, just work on this. We could build another room. Like this. And just have it work on the suits. That wouldn't be too hard to do. Ventilation, gas pump. Gonna have to figure out power again too, unfortunately. We get all that done, and we move our gas. So I'd probably have the gas go like this, and just go totally around, so I can just concentrate on oxygen for the colony. In fact, let's go ahead and deconstruct this really fast, so that people can go out there without a suit on. So I can deconstruct this stuff freely here. Something like that. And ventilation down here. So it's going around these just to the oxygen vent. Okay, then this can go like here. And I want this at priority. It's all at priority 9, so they've built this. But we got downtime at the moment. Let's see if we got this this vent. It's still pending. Probably because our researcher's been on the table the whole time. So I'm going to disable this, let her cry it out. I wonder if it would even... It might take less time for her to cry it out than actually... than spending days on this table. So I don't know, maybe that's a smart idea. Devon's almost up there with stress. It's because of the low oxygen environment, which is starting to get better now. Yeah, we have plenty of oxygen going here, so I'm going to just disable this for now. Actually, what I could do, deconstruct this, deconstruct that. No, that wouldn't work. Never mind, sorry. Don't listen to me. This wire's all buildable, so. Got job mastery, plumber, that's good. I'll worry about it later. Let's see, this ventilation's all hooked up. Okay. And then we'll build the dock again, or the checkpoint rather. Okay. Now, the trick is that we aren't going to pump stuff that isn't oxygen in here, and without a gas filter, that's almost a little scary, but it looks like it's powering up. Okay. And then we got this fixed. So I think we'll just snip here, I guess. Because this guy will go here. And then this room, just snip here. So yeah, we can deconstruct all of this, because we don't need it. So all this will do is power the suits, or deliver oxygen to the suits. Then we have a full thing going here. Okay, going to disable this, take this offline, see if we have enough oxygen to support the base. I could enable these for a little bit and just make sure that the oxygen gets up here. Although it's breathable. So let me check here. Lyra, you don't have the low oxygen debuff, so it's fine. Oh, this is completed. Let's see. Analysis complete. Okay. Hydrogen, 72.8 grams per second at 500 degrees C. Eruption period about 2/3 of the time. Next activity will be in 38.3 cycles. And it's active 82 out of 143 cycles. So it's not going to be active for a while. But at least we know what it is now. So I think I can finally wrap this episode up. We went kind of long, but not too long. So in this episode, we had fun with ventilation. And we have guaranteed ourselves that we're going to have a dupe having a bad time. Let's see. Lindsay. I'm going to turn these on auto for a second. I'm just going to turn these off. Not let Lindsay go in the room, and then turn the table back on. What do we need to do from this point? I have a lot of upkeep to deal with. Lindsay. No. Doors. I'm not letting Lindsay go in here because she's not going to get to 0 again. I'm just willing to let her get to 100, cry it out, go back to 60, and kind of loop that way. I think. So morale is 19 out of 20, which is not going to be good enough for her to get back down naturally. So anyway, I'm going to want to move some water up here. I might make some algae distillers and finally start cracking into the slime that we have. The other thing I can do is just move water here to different pumps. We have a lot of polluted water that we can play around with. Actually, it'd be cool to start feeding these guys. What Wonder, can you throw a Paku egg into an incubator? You sure can. I wonder if we can throw like a Paku egg somewhere around here, or incubator somewhere around here, and hatch us some Paku and get some eggs going and all that good stuff. So that might be something for next time, but I'm just going to throw a fish feeder down here so I know what I kind of am thinking of doing. We need to fix our power grids. I might do that plan that out offline rather, and figure it out. We need to go in here and start growing some balm lily. Hopefully this is a proper carbon dioxide lock. I will be looking at that offline too to make sure I do it correctly. Get some balm lily going so we can make some vitamin chews so we can get our immunity up a little bit. Stinky's all the way down to 5, which is not really encouraging. Does he have any germs on him? Oh, he's slime lung. Ooh. Where's our slime lung at? Okay, we're gonna have to look for slime lung too. So that's not fantastic. We have a dupe that's about to get slime lung. We got the pharma chamber, it just needs to get plugged in, and somebody will help him. But anyway, I'm Bigstupidgrin. Hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a bit of a head scratcher, but hopefully I'm figuring some things out. Until then, have a good one.